Good morning, it's Tuesday. Oh boy, what a time. Got back from Phoenix on Tuesday evening, probably, well, I guess Wednesday morning. It was about 1 o'clock, almost 1 o'clock, maybe 12:30, I don't know. Time flies when you're traveling for 7 hours. So we were in Phoenix for a week, and it's lovely out there. At one point it was like 105, but then towards the end of our stay, probably the last 3 days, it was around 89, 90, and then it creeped down to 85. It was beautiful. Barely a cloud in the sky at any point. It was actually great. We had a wonderful time. Saw relatives, went to a wonderful place. And I've got it up here just so I can remember it. It's the Queen Creek Olive Mill, which surprisingly to many people, they do olive oil. And I'll flip all these pictures up. Queen Creek, it's in Queen Creek, which is in Arizona, and it's an olive mill. And they have olive trees, and I didn't really get any pictures of the olive trees. Pictures of the inside of the store, though. We did a little class on olive oil, which was great, wonderful, fun thing to understand how olive oil works and how there's good olive oil being sold and bad olive oil. It's fascinating because there's olive oil that can be called virgin and extra virgin, which means it's just the oil that's been pressed, cold pressed, and it's just been run through once. But there are companies out there that actually take the pulp that's left and re-squeeze the pulp that came out at the end of the first process, and then they sell that, and they heat it up and they add some chemicals, and yeah, if you want good olive oil, get extra virgin and virgin olive oil, and make sure it says cold pressed on there. GoPro stopped when I said that word, which is weird. But anyway, so today I've brought this back. This was a wonderful place that was inside of the olive mill store. Infusion, coffee and tea crafters, whole beans, hooray. This is a Mexico blend, and the notes were fascinating to me. They're molasses and chocolate, but with lime, nougat, cedar, floral is a note, cola, and chili. And yes, I said nougat and not nougat, and I don't know why, I just did. So yeah, so it's Arabica. It is a washed process. Here we've got what these little dots kind of mean. I don't know. Those dots are always a crapshoot. The notes seem more of something to go by. And it was roasted in August 21st. So we are running really good. I've not smelled it, I've not opened it. I'm really excited, and because it's a brand new coffee, and I feel the best, and personally, the best way I've had coffee that's new the first time is through my press. So we'll be doing my press here. Oh no, the dots have been taken off. Weird placement. All right, open. Says please. Okay. Well, it certainly smells like coffee. I'm not grabbing any notes, but then again, you know, unpracticed, yada, yada, yada. I think this to date has been the most expensive one. This one was $20. Even the ones I got at New Smyrna were like 17, 18. And I'm like, boy, that's a lot. So, okay, so I need my scale. I'm kind of out of sorts. I'm also leaning. Through the course of the week, either it was the bed or the 3-hour trip on the worst airplane seats ever created, I am all out of sorts. My right lower muscle of my back is spasming, and I am not able to straighten up. And it hurts. And on top of that, I have got a cough that has been amplified. I don't think I'm sick. I'm pretty sure I'm not sick, but I am coughing a lot. It is what it is. You travel. I guess this is just stuff that might happen. You know, the back thing, though, I can't. I'm able to get comfortable and go to sleep, but otherwise it is not very nice. So, enough about that. 23? Let's do about 23 in this. I've got some weird, 24 is good. I've got a weird, I don't know if you can see that or not. There's some weird dust that appears to have come off of the coffee, because I cleaned this off. And there's I cleaned this out completely before we left. So there's a weird dust. Should be interesting. So we're gonna do this in my AeroPress. Hi, lady. They have been super friendly and super weird since we got back, and I feel terrible every time I leave. We have someone come over, and she comes over twice a day. They hate her. Which is sad to say, because she's the nicest lady, but it's just, you know, they don't want, they don't like people other than us. And I'm afraid Indy must have taken a spell off of the, I don't know if you can see it or not, but the cat tree over there. Apparently he hasn't been on top of the cat tree for a very long time. Apparently he made his way up there, and something spooked him. Or he rolled the wrong way and he rolled off, but he took the top with him and it was on the floor, and I'm pretty sure he's hurt his back end. He's walking fine. He's not able to jump right now, but he's not limping, so it doesn't appear that anything is broken. If it persists, we'll probably have to go to the vet and get him checked out. But yeah, I came home and I'm like, why aren't you jumping on the bed? And then he pulled himself on the bed rather than jumped, and I'm like, well, that's not good. And the next morning, I found that cushion on its top on the bottom of the floor. So yeah, so I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, coffee time. We'll do a medium fine here, about 15. About a 15 here, clicks. And I'm all out of sorts. Like I said, I really hurt. That's why I didn't do it yesterday, because I hurt even worse yesterday and I couldn't even straighten up this much. But a good night's sleep seems to have helped. Hopefully 4 or 5 more of those good night sleeps will make this better. I guess we'll find out. All right, I'm excited to taste this coffee with all of its wonderful newts. So, ground up really well. Got chaff and some static as expected, but got an interesting smell to it. It does have like a chocolate sweet smell, more so than like any of the other ones other than the honey process coffee. Well, let's see. Let's see. All right, we'll zero this, and then we will add our powder. I call it powder. Okay, now 24 grams, perfect. Okay, so I haven't done one of these in a while, so I'm trying to remember how I want to go about it. I don't think I really need a scale. I think I'm just going to get it up to maybe a 4, and then we have to hurry up and put our stopper on so that it can sit and stew for we will use a timer though. I'll let it stew for about 2 minutes. Why do you say stew? I don't know, because it's fun and funny. All right, so let's get you off of here. And let's try to move it off the side. It's a little hole, you know, it's men problems, you know? Okay, so let's get it up to a 4 here. This is not going to fill up this glass. Maybe I'll just let it go for a couple seconds here, and we'll add just a little bit more water. Okay. And then we will push the stopper down. So we can create a little suction so that it stops dripping. And then we're going to set a timer. We'll let it go for about 4 minutes. Perfect. Let's get this off of the counter and back onto the stove. I just feel that when you get new coffee, at least when I get new coffee, it seems like the best way to get the full flavor out of it is this pretty much what is an infusion method. You put a stopper on the AeroPress, and then it does create enough suction to where The coffee stays put for the most part. I mean, you're still going to get odd drips and everything. I'm leaning. I'm sorry, I'm leaning. So you're probably not getting everything that I'm saying. Oh, it just hurts, you know? I'm just in a lot of owie pain, you know? But I mean, we had a wonderful trip. I'll flash pictures and we'll talk about it more next week too. I'm sorry for just the one, but yesterday hurt so much. I couldn't straighten up. I sat down. I went out to get the mail, which luckily there wasn't a lot of, even for 5 days worth of mail. And I came back and I had hunched myself over so much because it hurt so much. I started to get a cramp in my lower abdomen because I was hunched over so much. It was not ideal. It was absolutely not ideal, and it's still not ideal, but it is seemingly getting better. So, but yeah, I mean, it's just the crappiest of crapshoots. And we flew Frontier, which I would prefer never to do again. But I understand they're very cheap flights. I understand that even if you pay to pick a seat and pay to check a bag, it's still maybe $300 to $400 cheaper than flying like a Southwest. Definitely cheaper than American Airlines and all that stuff. But, oh my God, the seats are horrible. Even the upgraded kind of seats that we had, because we got to choose our seats and we got set up near the front of the plane, even after that, it still hurts. So they were just not comfortable. And we were sitting there for about 3 hours. And then we had a minivan so we could all ride together, because in total there were 6 of us at any given time to drive around. And we didn't want people to just follow us in their vehicle. We thought it would be easier if we rented a minivan and kept everybody together. And it was. But because I could move around, sorry about that. I think he's having abandonment issues because he was just around the corner yelling for me. So I had to stop and I had to see if he was okay. He's never done that before. I'm not sure what to do, but we'll figure it out. He seems okay now. He drug his hamster around. I have to show you. It's okay, buddy. See, he's got this hamster. And he picks it up and he takes it everywhere he goes. And he had it in the bedroom. And I helped him get up on the bed. And I think he was okay there for a minute. And then he's like, "Where are you?" And then he got down off the bed and he started hollering. So, and he brought them out. I brought the hamster with him. So, yeah, I don't know. He seems fine. He's sitting well. He lays down fine. He just can't jump up. He's going to the bathroom fine. The only problem I've seen right now is that he did throw up yesterday, but he has thrown up before. I mean, we'll just have to see. But he went to the bathroom fine. He's peeing fine, all that happy stuff. And so I'm just worried about him. He normally looks like that, so. Oh, here comes Lady, because she's got to be in the middle of it. Right? Right. Okay. All right. So we've gone about 7 minutes for this, so it's probably infused as much as we can, huh? Oh, I got an audience now. Isn't that nice? All right. So I'm going to push this through. We can show you what that looks like. Definitely smells nice. I'll pull back a little bit to get some of the water from escaping. There we go. Great. Perfect. All right, I'm excited. Let's see how many notes we can get here. Molasses, chocolate, lime, nougat, cedar. Who doesn't want a mouthful of cedar? Oh my gosh, that just sounds amazing. Can I just chew on a floorboard for a little bit? Oh, wow. Okay. Floral. Floral is definitely a flavor. Not like your grandma's perfume floral, but definitely a floral taste. I would put this on the end of medium roast. Chili. Wow, that's interesting. Not like spicy chili, but like a little bit of a tang of like a chili. Lime. Yeah, there's lime there. That is a very interesting mixture of flavors. Chichicolitas? Colias? Cochichicolias. Nunca pronuncia H, for everybody that knows that. Bourbon and Garnacia is the variety. Puebla is the region, and it is an Arabica. Yeah, that's fascinating. So this is so they started roasting in the 1980s, and they used espresso. Oh, they were an espresso equipment sales and repair company. They blossomed into an Espresso Italia, a premier wholesale coffee and tea distributor. Distributor. The heck is that? Distributor. So, coffee and tea crafters. This is delicious. Mexico. Yeah, that's really good. And I would say that that's some very surprising notes. I don't know about nougat, but lime definitely has a presence, and it is very floral. Chili, it's very smooth. We'll have to try that in the Chemex tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, but next week on Tuesday. No, that's great. Anywho, thank you for tuning in and listening to my problems and my aches and my pains and my poor kitties. They are still traumatized. You know, I hate leaving them. I know that they are in good hands when I leave them because the person either next door or another good friend of mine comes over and watches them. And they both own cats, so they know if there's any problems, they know how to identify that. Problem being, they both hide. She hides particularly because she doesn't want like people at all. But she's a tank, so I don't feel like anything really bad is going to happen. But he's a delicate flower, and if what I think happened and he fell off the top of that cat tree, he's walking fine, he's running fine, he's playing fine. He just can't jump up on the bed. He did jump up on the couch yesterday after about two pumps, I guess, or trying to spring. But he did get up on the couch. And I think this morning he did get up on the bed with a jump rather than trying to pull himself up. But he's still hurting, just like I'm still hurting. But I think he's getting better, just like I'm getting better. But I will keep an eye on him. I'll be here all day just to make sure he's all right. So, oh, what a life we lead when we have pets and coffee. This is excellent. I like this a lot. InfusionCoffeeTea.com. I'll put that in link in the description. $20 for this one. They had $15 ones, they had $16 ones, but I saw this and it's just like, Mexico? What is that? And then I look at the back and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of notes and a lot of promises. So it's not a promise. This is what you might find. And you know, you have different water, you have different brewing method, you're going to find other things, but in their particular water with their particular brewing method, this is what they came up with. And it was in the middle of this beautiful store. It's the best store I've ever seen, just full of olive oil and different little things. And they had gelato, and they had a bakery, and everything there was made with olive oil. And the olive oil tasting was fantastic. They had a habanero infused olive oil, and you could taste everything. They had little samplers with little cups that you could just pour in the cup and taste. And you have to let it, and when you're tasting olive oil, you have to let it sit in your mouth for like 10 seconds. And then rather than swallow, you kind of, if you're capable of doing that, let it roll down your throat. Some people can't do that. I don't do it very well, but it gives a little bit of a spice hit. Just straight olive oil, just straight virgin olive oil will give it a little spice hit if you do that, which was fascinating to me. And, you know, learning that some olive oil companies take the pulp that comes out of the first run when they, you know, because it's the fruit itself and the seed inside that they pulverize in order to make this olive oil. And Wolfgang, who was the gentleman that was giving the tour, said it smells terrible. I love the fact that he pulled no punches and told everybody exactly what was going on. You would not want to eat an olive off of the tree, he said. They taste like garbage. And the process that they put everything through, the olive oil process, makes it taste as good as it does. They don't really add anything. It's just a lot of extraction, and there's no heat. It's all cold. So the people that use heat, he said, are the people that use the fruit twice. So they take the pulp that is left, and then they pulverize it again, and they extract. Because he's like, there is still more oil to be had in the pulp, but it's not good. It doesn't taste correct. And then the process that they have to go through in order to purify it makes it below the standard of what they would call virgin or extra virgin olive oil, because there's a standard. So that was just fascinating. And the olive oil was great, and the food was really good, and I wish I would have brought a bottle back. But that was like first stop number 1, day 2 of the trip, and we had a lot more days to go, and it's like, I'm not going to mail this back to my house because it'll sit in the mailbox for several days, you know. And it's like, eh. And he said once the olive oil is put in a bottle, you have about a year. So the timer starts ticking. The minute they're picked off the tree, the timer starts ticking. But once it gets in the bottle and on the shelf, you have about a year before it goes bad. And he said olive oil does go bad, and you will be able to tell if it goes bad, and you should definitely not use it if it goes bad. So, special tip. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. We'll tune in next week. I'll put this through the Chemex, and we'll see how that goes. And until then, have a great weekend. We will talk to you later. Bye.